everybody, welcome to the Lighthouse channel. I'm Coach Jessica and today we have Dejan here as my uke. And today we're going to be going over some more basic passes for beginner with a little spice, okay? So today we're going to go over a leg drag pass that I really enjoy that has kind of an art of jiu-jitsu style to it. So one of the first things with passing the guard is regardless of what grips you're establishing, it's very important to keep your partner's hips off the ground. I call this the diaper change. This way his frame is weaker and harder for him to kind of recover his guard. Now, this is the entry to a lot of the other passes we showed earlier in our series, but what we're gonna do today is a leg drag. So from here, as I push my opponent up, sometimes they may still be attached to me even as I'm pushing in because maybe they have grips on my wrists or something. And so what I'm going to do is a leg drag pass. I'm gonna take my hand and cup the opposite behind the ankle. I'm not up here, I'm kind of like behind the ankle. And what I'm going to do is, right now I'm slightly bent over. If you've ever done a deadlift motion, I'm gonna slightly deadlift up and place his foot on my hip. Notice I'm kind of chicken winging my elbow. I'm keeping it nice and tight. Now, when I show you the pass in real time, you'll see this is all very fluid. I'm just breaking it down for you. So this is, we're here, 1. 2 is gonna be for me to take my hand that was here and here. I'm gonna take this foot and kick it into right behind his butt cheek. Take this hand, cup over his knee, and I'm gonna trace along his hamstring with this leg. So again, you'll notice that my foot was behind his butt cheek and I traced along while shoving this onto my leg, so far past that the knee pit is on my hip. And now I'm gonna bring my arm inside of my leg, but over his leg, and notice the knee is past my arm. And I'm just gonna hang out right here. If we're in the gi, we can grab. If we're in no gi, we could collar tie, control a wrist. From this point, I'm basically already past his guard. First, I'm gonna hit the hips as a checkpoint. I'm gonna melt down onto the hips. And then I'm gonna get my cross face. Notice how he's shelving as I come up. And then I can just switch my hips around into side control. So again, this time I'm gonna do it a little bit faster. We're bringing them in. Deadlift motion, bring the leg in, trace and shove. Arm over in front of the leg, clamping, everything's nice and tight. And then I'm gonna drop down onto the hips as a checkpoint before I move up. Cross face. Remember to bring your opponent in if you can. Keep your head down and come around. Now, what's really cool about this pass is if you're a leg locker, you could drop into 50-50. Obviously, there's a lot of leg locks from standing, but we're gonna just talk about from this pass. So I'm gonna do it slightly faster, and then I'll go into the details for dropping into 50-50. Now, if I wanna drop into 50-50 from here, all I'm gonna do is literally keep this tight, sit, bring my leg. Notice how I kept this tight as I bring my leg in and outside. Now, I'm in a nice 50-50 position, or knee bars, whatever. But what's nice about that kind of ending of the pass is that you could either go forward or drop back. So again, notice how I changed my angle for the 50-50. So obviously the going into 50-50 is not necessarily for beginners, but the initial start of the pass, because a lot of times you see leg drags shown just like this, but then a lot of times they can recover their guard. So what's nice about the way that the art of jiu-jitsu guys do it is that when they come and trace behind that hamstring and shelf it up onto the leg, there's no real way for Dejan to cover his guard now, especially once I bring my arm over the leg and clamp everything nice and tight. He may think he can get out, but as soon as I drop onto that checkpoint of the hips, we're pretty much already past the guard, and it's just a matter of whether we're gonna go up or down. If you're a beginner, it's always safe to just go into side control. Thank you very much. Thank you.